Alrighty, so the next job I'm going to tackle is the fuel cart. I've brought it over. I want to change the fuel filter on it. It hasn't been done in a long time, so I'll be interested to see what it looks like. I also picked up this new second-hand fuel hose with the automatic shut-off gun for the low price of $0. I'm going to try and fit that as well. The old one on this one is old as the hills. She's pretty perished, and it like seeps fuel out of the hose itself. And yeah, it really needs to be changed. And if we put that one on there, it won't leak. And also it's got the automatic shutoff, which this one doesn't have automatic shutoff. You've got to keep an eye on your fuel level, which is not annoying, but it's just another little handy thing that one had. So I've never actually serviced this before. I think Dad said he's changed the filter in it before. There's a filter in this housing. So there's 4 screws I'll have to undo. And then to get the hose off, it's just, yeah, threads in there, and hopefully it's the same thread. It probably won't be, so I might have to go get an adapter or find one, but we'll get this filter done first and yeah, see how we go with that. So I'll go grab a screwdriver, we'll get into it. It's also, yeah, been a little bit of hail and rain, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much while we're doing this. So I'll try and do these screws. Hopefully they're all stuck. This one's all right. No doubt this will make a mess, but we've already made a lot of messes today, so who cares? There's also a little strainer on this pump that I'm going to pull off. I don't think Dad's ever pulled it off because he didn't really know about it. But I'll pull it off and we'll have a look if there's anything caught in it. I also want to make a little cover for this as well, because sometimes I think stuff gets in there. Oh God, look how dirty the fuel is coming out of that. Nice and brown. It's lovely. Who knows what we're going to find in here? Could be a dead rat, who knows? Alright. Oh yeah, we've had a bit of rust and stuff get in there. As you can see, quite a bit of stuff caught in that. So we will give that a clean, pull off the filter, which is just a spin-off filter, and we'll give in that housing a clean as well. So, grab a rag. This should just spin off, like so. The filter as it doesn't actually look too bad, but there's a bit of gunk and crap on it, but at least the fuel inside it's clean. Yeah, so I think it sucks up a bit of rusty water and crap in it, and that's why I want to put a cover, because there's nothing that actually stops water getting into that filter. That fuel tank, sorry. Just got sludge in there. It's no good for any tractors or machines that fill up. So I'll go grab a bit of degreaser and we'll give that a clean out. Couldn't find any degreaser, so we'll have to use some CRC. Alright, just gave the housing a clean as well. That's relatively clean now. And so is the pump. I think there's probably going to be gunk and crap up in the actual pump itself, but I can't do much about it unless I pull the whole thing apart, which I'm not going to do because I won't have any seals or anything. I'll give this a little wipe down. If I put a cover over on it, it should stop any more water getting in there, and hopefully the water that's in there will just sort of go away. Probably won't, but we can hope. So I'll get the new filter, whack that in. So here's our new filter, a paper filter, steel insert, golden rod, element, Dutton Lainson Company. Hastings, Nebraska. There you go. So that's got a rubber seal there, seals on there, so we'll just screw that in. I'm not sure how tight this is meant to be, so we'll just sort of do it firm. I suppose it doesn't really go and move anywhere, so. Okay. I don't know how old this filter is. It's been sitting in the our storage fridge for ages, years. And then there's a new O-ring that seals on the housing, so I'll get a pick and get the old seal out. I might be able to do it with my finger. There we go. There we go. We'll chuck this on. Well, that should help clean the fuel as it comes out a little bit better, which is good considering how dirty the housing was. As I was saying before on the John Deere, like dirt and water is your worst enemy in fuel, especially diesels. Well, that's done. So now we'll have a look at this strainer. There should be a strainer in there. We'll try and get that cover off, see how we go. Pull that out. See what surprises that has for us. And then we'll have a crack at getting this hose off. See if we have any luck with that. I guess one thing being a fuel pump for diesel is everything is well lubricated on the outside because it leaks a little. So nothing seems to be stuck too bad. Uh-oh. Well, there we go, that's off. And I don't have a seal for that, so we'll have to reuse this. Now, what goes on in here? Okay, so all that is just a little gauze filter. You see there's a bit of dirt and crap in there. That would stop any large pieces of rust or dirt or anything getting up into the pump itself and then through the filter, which it wouldn't get through the filter, but this is just sort of a first filtration device. So I'll give this a quick spray as well and we'll put it back in. Okay, got this really clean. Sprayed it with some compressed air. So yeah, it's ready to go back in. It just pushes in like that and then we can put the little cap back on. Hopefully it doesn't leak out that seal, that O-ring. I'm not sure if you could just fit a round one on there or not, but I don't have a O-ring for it. Could probably put a little bit of gasket goo on there, but should be right. Rightio, so I got that strainer back together, and well, the service on the fuel pump is done. Simple as that. Probably took like not even 10 minutes. So that's pretty good. Good simple design. I like that. Old school. Way to go. So as you can hear, it's starting to rain again. So I'll probably let the shower pass, and then I'll try and pull that hose off and the fitting off, and I'll see whether or not it's going to be the same fitting as that big one. I doubt it will be, but we might get lucky. So give this rain a bit to pass, and then I'll go back out there and pull that hose off. Alright, so Dad's down here with just giving me a little bit of a hand. We just cut the old fitting off, or the hose off the fitting, undid the fitting. It seems to be about the right thread as the new one. So we'll try and whack that on and see how it goes. I just gave the hole up there where it goes a bit of a wipe and a clean So no dirt gets jammed on that O-ring because that seals with an O-ring on the new one. The other one was just Teflon tape. But yeah, we'll wind this hose on and see how it goes. Alright, so me and Dad managed to get the hose on. The O-ring doesn't quite seal because of the way it threads in. It just doesn't quite go all the way in, and it seems to be bubbling there at the moment, so hopefully it doesn't leak. We'll see what it does. We're going to start it up. We just got it pumping back into the tank. And yeah, we'll have a little test. I've got a feeling it might be going to leak out of that fitting. We'll see what happens though. That hooked on? Nothing, it's not spinning the thing. No. There might not be enough fuel. So, I don't know what we're going to do here. What do you reckon? Huh? What do you reckon?
Oh, well, we'll have to dig a hole out the back here now and go drilling for oil. We'll find a bit of diesel.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do.
See you in a few hundred years' time.
Yeah. Well, the hose is on there. We still have to test whether it leaks or not, but we haven't got enough fuel in the cart to actually
The old mechanic
pump.
mate's got to fix his bloody stuff up anyway.
What stuff up?
This thing here, you bloody wired together like some old cocky. Have a look at that. Fair dinkum.
Bloody rough operators is what the problem is. Yeah, so as me and Dad were just saying then, there's no fuel, well not enough fuel in the cart for it to pick up, and there's probably just all the rubbishy crap down the bottom anyway. So we can't test whether that's going to leak. I've got a feeling it might leak. It would just seem to be bubbling a little bit out of there. I don't know, we might have to clean the thread up or take some of that Teflon tape off and wind it in a bit further. But we'll worry about that once we put fuel in it. Yeah, but it should be pretty good. It's way longer than the old one, and at least it won't be leaking fuel out of the actual hose, so it's not perished or anything. And yeah, it should be good. It's got the automatic shut off as well. The only downfall is we might have to weld some, what Dad was just saying, might have to weld some lugs onto the back of this tank to wrap the hose around. And also another problem is the nozzle doesn't fit inside the old holder there. That's a little drama. So I'm going to find a cover for this as well. Just get a big bucket or something to put over the top, stop any water getting in through the top of it. And yeah, she should be good. But at least we got it serviced. It's got the new filter in there, got the new hose on there. Just got to test it. So when we test it, we'll let you know. We'll give you some vision of that too. So I'll go put this away as well as the little tractor, and I'll go do something else. Rightio, next thing I'm looking at is this little pump behind us. I think it's a Honda pump. Well, it says Davey on the top, but I don't know if they made engines. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a little Honda. So basically, Dad was going to use this to pump the water when Jamie came out and sprayed weeds the other week. He could get it started, but he couldn't get it to run without using the choke. So I'm just going to pull the carby off, give it a quick clean. I reckon it's probably got dirty fuel. And then we'll try and fire it up, put some new air filters for it as well. See what we can make happen. So we'll rip the bottom of the carby off and have a look inside it. So as you see there, the choke just kills it. So I think it's going to be a dirty fuel situation, maybe. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I'm probably wrong. But we'll have a little look, see what we can come up with. It feels really yellow. I'm assuming Dad put new fuel in it, but I reckon it's got rust in the tank. Yeah, it's full of dirt and rust, as you can see. Alrighty, so what I did was I pulled the bottom of the carby apart, gave it a clean out and a blowout with some compressed air. Pulled the fuel tank off. You can see it's now empty. So I thought the bottom of the tank was rusty. When I emptied it, the fuel came out really brown, so there was rust in there. And what I think has happened is the fuel cap, this is the old fuel cap, has rusted up on the top from moisture collecting on it, and it's been polluting the fuel, and that's been dropping down into the fuel tank, then going into the carby. So I found another fuel tank that's the exact same. It's clean as well, but it's been repaired up on the top, rubbed through on something. I'm not sure where it came from. Yeah, so I put a new rubber seal on this cap, which will suit this tank fine, bolted that back on. Carby's cleaned up. I've also pulled the spark plug. I had to undo the tank. Here's the old spark plug, old Champion one. It's not too bad. We'll give it a quick clean up. The gap's quite wide. Not sure if it's meant to be that wide or not, but it was running before, so we'll go off the assumption that it is. Give this a clean up, put that back on. I'll put the rest of the carby back on. Then we'll put some fresh fuel in there, start it up, and see whether or not it's going to die in the arse or not. So I'll just give the old spark plug a little wire brush up. Probably could do with a replacement, but I don't think we've got any. Or at least I don't know if we do. Dad might have one hidden somewhere. Alright, that's looking a bit cleaner. Put the housing back on. Spilled a bit. Alright, fuel's on. Choke's on, power on. Alright, we'll fire up, see what she does. Yeah, running better than before. Still a bit funny, I'm not sure exactly why. I might whack an air filter on there. I also don't want to run too long. I'm not sure if it'll damage this, the actual pump side of it, from having it running with no water. Rightio, whacked a new air filter on there. I think Dad's going to come down, he's going to have a look. Because it's his pump. And he'll tell me whether or not it's running a bit better. I think it's surging a bit. I'm not exactly sure why. I might need a tune maybe. But it's running better than what it was. You can turn the choke off now and it'll still run. So that is much better than what it was doing before. So wait for Dad to come down and we'll have a chat with him. Make sure we can actually run it for a while without any water in there. Because I don't want to wreck the pump. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, Dad just came down. We just had a quick look at the water pump. He reckons it's better than what it was before, so that's good. We had it running again and it cleared up. It didn't surge as much as it was before when I was down here by myself. Not exactly sure why it was doing that, but it cleared itself up. Yeah, so that's working good now. New air filter in there, courtesy of our mates down there at Jono and Jono. For purveyors of fine Chonda engines. What are your thoughts?
What more can I say?
So, water pump done. We're putting out bushfires with this one. No worries, I don't think. So,
It's going to be that wet this summer. We'll be pumping the water away. So they reckon.
yeah, but when are the weathermen ever right? So,
Anyway, Cam's done a good job.
yeah, that's another job done. So this engine's right to rock and roll. I think the other one's alright, isn't it? The other water pump.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Just needs an air filter. Yeah, that was it. Alright, well, we'll leave it there for now. Rightio, so got the pump fixed up. She's running pretty good now. Yeah, we use that pump. We've got 2 water pumps and we generally use them up at the house. We have one set up at our water tank and we have another one set up at a little dam behind the house in summer if there's a fire. We do use it for other stuff when we have to pump water for other reasons, but they're generally what they're here for, fighting fires basically. There's another water pump on the little water cart that we carry around during summer, and we also can set one of those up on the tandem trailer with the 2,000 litre pods that we fill up with water, which we also use for fighting fires. And we set that up during summer as well. So that's good to have that one going. As I said, the other one just needs an air filter put in it. I think Dad said something about the rats or something we're eating. I don't know. But yeah, we have plenty of Chonda filters there. So that won't be a drama. So yeah, pretty good day today. Got a lot done. John Deere's serviced. Honda's going. We went and had a look at those shape. Got that fuel cart sorted, half sorted. Have to test the pump still and see if that thing, the hose leaks. Hopefully it doesn't. If it does, we can sort out some sort of seal. We can put a bit of goo on there or something. Let her seal up nice and good. And yeah. So anyway, we'll finish up this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you in the next one. Alright.